I'm about to show you a way to take a small client with $1,000 budget and turn it into a large client with a 20,000 plus payday. So if you're a new copywriter, struggling copywriter, or contemplating getting into the copywriting industry, this video I made specifically for you. So if you're ready, I'm pumped. Let's go. Welcome to Influencing Money Inc., the art of conversion, where I am absolutely on a mission to share everything I know and my experience to help you close more clients, charge more money, and crush conversion rates. And today I want to talk about a way for you to take a small client, turn it into a large client. So let me just ask you a question right now. Would $20,000 be something you'd be interested in now or in the future? Let me know in the comments below if $20,000 on a copywriting project would be something you'd like to do. And we're talking about a 4-page copywriting project, right? This is a different model. I have 2 other videos, and both of them give different models, the other 2, give different models and structures to these deals so you can go out there and start making some money next week, okay? So here it breaks down like this. I had a client brand new in the industry, a professional, and they were just starting out, didn't have a business card, didn't even have a website. Brilliant person, but just no marketing, starting out brand new, right? They had a very small budget. It's $1,000, maybe $1,500 is what they could go with. And I was going up against some competition who specialized in this particular niche. This is why conversions are critical going forward if you're going to work with private clients. So I spoke with the client. He had a very unique selling proposition, his USP. If you don't know what that is, we'll talk about it in another video. But he had a very unique way about how he conducted his business. And once I found that out, I realized that there's going to be others in the same industry that does a similar thing in a different location. So he had a $1,500 budget maximum is what I pushed him at. And I did that on 2 stipulations. 1, he did not own the copyright. And normally you would give the copyright over to your customer, right? Or your client. And 2, he had to write me a letter about his experience working with me and this particular marketing piece that I'm using for him. And just as I told him it would, the letter went out there, blew up. The guy went out there and started making tons of money. So what I did was once that went out there and he started making $20,000 and $30,000 a month off this particular marketing piece, I had him write me a letter. So I call this particular model the letter about a letter I wrote. But then I went out and licensed that letter with other professionals in a different location. And the very first one I did, it was $1,000 setup and $1,000 a month. Second year was $750, and then after the second year, they actually owned the letter. But a caveat on that is I didn't work in that area if they were using that particular marketing piece. So I went out there and licensed it right away. It worked like gangbusters. The letter about the letter I wrote converted at really great levels too. So this gives you a little bit of an idea. You can take a small client, get a really good piece of copy out there, and you can duplicate that someplace else on a licensing agreement, okay? It's just another model for you to think about where you can take a small client and really turn it into something. You can imagine you do that more than once, right? So you know what I'm talking about. Be sure and check out the other 2 videos in the Client Alchemy series where we take small clients, turn them into large ones. If you're new, if you're struggling, this is the place. I'm a top producing salesperson who decided to write. I never swipe, don't know how to swipe. I sell it my way. And this is what I want to try to share with you is learn to take this from that perspective and then applying it to your copywriting, right? So be sure and check out my about, description, and trailer so you can find out more about me and why I'm doing this. And I'll see you next time on The Art of Conversion.